Hello, my name is Michael Martin, and I'm doing another video here on business research findings or references that are used in a journal article on employee retention. And in this video, I'm looking at does training really reduce employee turnover? What the research shows. Let me ask you a question. If you invest thousands of dollars into training your employees, will they actually stay? Or will you just make them more qualified to leave? Today, I'm breaking down a peer reviewed study that tested this exact question, looking at whether training and development truly impact employee retention. And the results may surprise you. The study examined private sector employees in Egypt. The researchers wanted to know what actually predicts whether employees intend to stay. They tested four main factors: training and development, job satisfaction, job performance, and effective communication. Now, most leaders assume high performers stay, but does performance actually predict retention? Let's walk through what the data says. The researchers surveyed 68 employees. They used a 20-question instrument with a 5-point scale from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Each construct, training, satisfaction, performance, communication, and retention, had four measurement items. Then they ran hierarchical multiple regression analysis using SPSS. Here's something important. The reliability of the instrument was very strong. Overall, Cronbach's alpha was 0.93. So statistically speaking, the survey was internally consistent. In other words, the data was solid. Here's where things got interesting. Employees reported high job performance. They believed they were doing their jobs well. They felt competent. They felt productive. But retention scores were noticeably lower. So even though employees felt high performing, they were not strongly committed to staying long term. That gap is critical. Performance does not automatically equal loyalty. Now, let's look at the hypothesis. First, training and development had a significant positive impact on retention, meaning the more employees perceived meaningful training opportunities, the more likely they were to intend to stay. Second, job satisfaction also had a significant positive effect on retention. No surprise here, satisfied employees stay longer. But here's a twist. Job performance did not significantly predict retention. Let that sink in. High performers were not statistically more likely to stay. And finally, effective communication did not significantly moderate the relationship between performance and retention. So communication, at least in this model, did not change the performance retention dynamic. The overall regression model explained 72% of the variance in retention, which is substantial. But the key drivers were clear: training and its satisfaction, not performance. So, what does this mean? It suggests that retention is not primarily about how capable someone is, it's about how invested they feel. Training signals growth, it signals opportunity. It signals that the organization sees a future for you, and psychologically, that matters. When employees feel developed, they feel valued, and when they feel valued, they stay. Performance alone doesn't create that emotional commitment. Satisfaction does, development does. If you're a business owner, HR leader, or executive, here are three takeaways. Number one, training should not be treated as an expense, it's a retention investment. Number two, design training programs that are continuous and aligned with employee needs, not generic workshops. Real development pathways. Number three, do not assume your top performers are safe from turnover. If satisfaction drops, they will leave. Sometimes your best employees are the most marketable. And if they're not growing with you, they'll grow somewhere else. Now, to be fair, the study had a relatively small sample size and it focused specifically on Egypt's private sector. So we should be cautious about overgeneralizing globally. Also, this was cross-sectional survey data, which means it shows relationships, not absolute causation. But even within those limits, the signal is strong. Training and satisfaction matter. Performance alone is not enough. So the next time someone says, what if we train them and they leave? The better question might be, what if you don't train them and they stay? Because staying without growth may be even more expensive. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more research-based leadership insights. And if you're building a retention strategy inside your organization, start with development because according to the data, growth drives loyalty. See you in the next video. If this breakdown helped you, like the video, subscribe for more business research methodology insights. In the description below, I will share the reference to the article if you would like to study more. Thank you.